Today I fucked up by destroying my brother's smart home. This actually happened a week ago, but I just found out about it today. My brother rents a studio in NYC, but he's been out of town for work. I went up to visit some friends and he said it'd be fine if I stayed at his place. When I got there, the wall lights worked, but for some reason none of the floor lamps did. There were 5 different floor lamps and none of them would turn on. There was also recently a power outage that affected the same area his studio is in, so being the bright man that I am, I figured that the power coming back must have fried the bulbs. Being a good brother, I went out and bought brand new bulbs and threw out the broken ones. Today my brother got back and gave me a call asking if I replaced his light bulbs. I told him I did and not to worry about it, but his old ones were broken, so I replaced them. Turns out they weren't broken, they were just smart bulbs linked to his smart speaker. They were $60 a piece, so I effectively threw out $300 of smart bulbs. Too long didn't read. Brightest bulb in the closet threw out hundreds of dollars in smart bulbs. It's a dumb home now, just like the brother. Today you also learned that you will be replacing all of the smart bulbs you trashed. If he didn't, he'd be an ass and his brother would have the right to noogie until he drew 5 ounces of blood. I just want to thank you for writing a "Today I fucked up" that was to the point and not spending 16 paragraphs coming up with as many creative names and super quirky creative metaphors for light bulbs. It seems to work for plenty of people, but half the posts on here I can't even get through the first paragraph anymore. Haha, seems as if the house was too smart for you. Why would you just instantly assume that every bulb is burnt out? Right? Maybe check the fuse box. Today I fucked up by encouraging my husband in bed and ruining sex for the day, NSFW. So as usual, this wasn't today but last weekend. After a busy work week where me and my husband had been coming home, and pretty much passing out at the end of the day, we figured a Saturday afternoon would be the perfect time for some quality alone time. I'd been teasing him for the morning whilst we did general household chores and finally dragged him upstairs mid-afternoon to get down to business. Everything started off brilliantly, the clothes got thrown, things got hot and quickly led into some excellent 69ing. Now, my husband is deft of finger and pretty quickly had me moaning with pleasure and a very intense orgasm. We quickly switched to him on top and I was encouraging him to go harder so that he could have a great finish as well. Still all good so far. I continued to egg him on, telling him to step up his game and finish him. No body slam moves required. After a particularly enthusiastic thrust, I suddenly got a stab of pain in my side, making me curl up in agony. He mistook this for intense pleasure. Apparently my pain face is similar to my sexy face. Not sure how to take that one, and kept going for a couple more plunges before it finally became obvious to him as I burst into tears. This lead into him panicking that he'd somehow broken me with his cock. He may be overestimating there, and me trying to figure out WTF had just happened and why I was crying. I'm guessing it's something to do with the lovely stabbing cramps in my right hand side of my abdomen. Possibly. Cue the naked running around as he grabs hot water bottle and glass of water while I curl up on the bed, now very lacking in sex appeal. Turns out that if you have PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, enthusiastic exercise can sometimes cause ovarian cyst to get overexcited and burst. Worst part was, we were trying to fit in this fun time before his parents came over for dinner, and now, 20 minutes before they arrive, I'm now stuck in an ungainly position on the bed, totally starkers for all to see. I had to phone his mum to ask if she had any ibuprofen she could bring round for me, as we had none in the house, and then had to try and explain exactly why I needed them. Luckily she had the sense to not ask any further questions when I said it can be triggered by certain types of exercise. Managed to get husband to help me pull some clothes on moments before they arrived, so saved some of my dignity at last. He's now convinced his dick is cursed and is going to break me again. Too long didn't read, top thrust, cyst bust. Wow, same thing happened to me and my fiancée a couple years ago, except it wasn't a bursting cyst but in fact her ovary had done a somersault and caused an ovarian torsion that lasted a couple days undiagnosed by doctors, and she ended up having it removed as it was necrotic by day 3. Long story short, if the pain doesn't go away soon, don't wait and go to the hospital. Edit, the doctors said the male equivalent to such pain would be like a testicle being twisted like a towel or something. Sorry guys. That made my stomach clench so hard. The fact that our organs can sometimes just betray us is terrifying. Glad she ended up alright. My wife deals with particular issue as well. Definitely a downer when it flares up. Skeptical. It's just not fair, is it? Why is it that having a great orgasm can immediately trigger fabulously stabby pain? He may be overestimating there. F. Edit, thanks for silver. Love the way you wrote this. Very sorry, pose very rudely interrupted. Made me feel very selfish. I get my rocks off and then my body mutinies before he's allowed to. Bonus points for the too long didn't read. Today I fucked up by leaving my Reddit account logged in on a school computer. Just a reminder to everyone, including whoever actually owns this account, to log out after being done with doing stuffs on public computers. Not the guy who owns this account. Edit, owner here, was super confused opening Reddit and having tons of replies in my inbox. Thanks to whoever made this post and didn't subscribe to /r/spacesticks. Edit 2, sue first on /r/all. I give this is the best or the worst way to teach someone about leaving their accounts logged in. How sad would it be for this to become his best post? I have one with 2k points, so I'll be safe. You're more reasonable than me. Much, much more reasonable. And kind. And it just occurred to me that you'll never see this, the forgetful Redditor will. Edit. To original poster. I guess you will see this. Deleted. Make lots of offers in /r/randomactsof blowjob. Start posting everywhere saying that vaccines cause autism. They generally don't. Why the fuck did I click on /r/spacesticks? Facepalm.